Here with Coach Lacy Prejean as Demon Softball finally this week get to play a home game. It's been a lot of time spent on the road. Finally back here in Natchitoches. We'll get to that momentarily. But Coach, let's talk about this past weekend first before we even talk about Stephen F.
Sure.
Another kind of up and down weekend in Monroe. Saw a lot of good stuff. Saw some stuff that maybe weren't the biggest fan of, but ended on a high note with that win against Syracuse. We'll talk some specifics about that. But first, some overall thoughts on this weekend's set of games.
Sure. You know, we came out kind of flat, well, really flat on Thursday. You know, was disappointed in that effort in the circle and at the plate. And, you know, we moved some people around a little bit. We had some freshmen come in, especially on Saturday, and we got two game win on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you know, we knew playing Sam Houston, it was going to be a tough game because we had just beat them in extra innings the night before. And, you know, they showed up, we didn't show up, and we didn't execute like we needed to. We were a much better team than that, and I think that showed that into Game 2 on Sunday against Syracuse. You know, I read one of your stories, and I think it was our biggest comeback in 10 years since 2014. And I was really proud of it because I was giving freshmen an opportunity this weekend, and I was also, you know, Riley Denton came in. Allie started the game on Sunday, the second game, Game 2. And then I brought in Riley, and she gave us, I think it was like 4 or 5 quality innings that we were able to catch back up in. And then obviously our offense caught fire. And I always say this, hitting is contagious. Not hitting is contagious, and hitting is contagious. So we created a lot of momentum, especially with that 3 home run inning, and we just kept building on that. I was really proud of our defense that day as well, and proud of Riley Denton. She stepped up, and then, of course, the last inning with 2 outs, we were able to bring Kinsey in and shut the door on him. And that was my plan, you know, going into it. I was hoping not to be down 6-0 by the second inning, but it worked out that our offense, our bats got started finally and got the momentum. And I was, you know, Kinsey had already pitched, I believe, 14 innings in the prior 2 days. And so I was going to be bringing her to close it in. That was my plan. If the game was in reach, I felt like it was in reach, and we had an opportunity to bring her in and to get the save right there.
You mentioned, and there's so many things we can and could talk about from this past weekend. You know, Cameron Curtis's first 3 collegiate hits, all were for doubles.
Sure.
Allie Delafield driving in a pair. Obviously, the 3 home runs from the 3 seniors. And that Syracuse game really kind of, maybe in some ways, in good or bad, overshadowed all that other stuff that we did this weekend because of the big comeback and how exciting. What was that game like from your perspective? I know the energy was probably through the roof in that inning and beyond. So how was that game like from your perspective?
You know, for mine, it was, you know, and again, I keep saying this, I've seen that offense.
Yeah.
I've seen that offense in the fall. I've seen that offense, that type of power from Cameron Curtis and Allie Delafield. And to bring it into the game this weekend was, you know, I was so happy and proud of them for doing that. And the 2-out RBIs, you know, sometimes that gets overlooked. And I believe all those home runs, when one came with 1 out, and then we went back and forth. But as far as the 2-out RBIs, I believe we had 5 of them in that game, and that's what's going to get us to the next level. And now that they actually saw it, they did it, and that's what I told them on the post-game talk was, I hope this makes you want to work even harder, because you see what can happen. You see when hard work pays off, and it should be an exciting time for you coming off, you know, winning that second game on Sunday.
Yeah, it feels like I mean, it's still early in the season, but it feels like a type of rallying kind of, maybe even a statement kind of win that can really kick things off for us.
Yes, and then going into being able to play our first home game tomorrow. You know, I'm excited for our seniors get to play at home, and we've been practicing a lot at home, and I'm hoping that kind of changes, you know, we can get a sweep. That's our goal tomorrow, is to get the sweep tomorrow. Win not just one, win both games. And not being satisfied with just splitting. And that just takes a fierce competitor type of mentality. And to just keep, you know, punching away. And that's what we're teaching them. That's what we're trying to instill in them, that mentality of being a competitor. And we'll see what happens tomorrow.
There's obviously a lot of excitement after that game, and you mentioned playing the first home game of the season on Tuesday, our first home games, doubleheader tomorrow afternoon against Stephen F. What's your excitement level for finally get to be in front of the home fans?
Yeah, I'm excited to see the fans.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited to be able to, we can sleep in our own bed the night before and have our normal game day routine at home. And so I'm excited for that, and to play in front of our fans, play in front of our families, in front of our friends, and it's going to be a great experience, and you know, just show up ready to go.
Yeah. Not the first time that we've seen an opponent for the second time. We saw UTSA in that first weekend and saw them again in Houston, but we played the same Stephen F team 10 days ago at their place. So I assume the thought process come in, controlling the excitement, all that sort of stuff, is to how are we going to make those adjustments to, like you said, come away with 2 wins on tomorrow.
Right, and that's going to be the key, because they've gotten better. You know, over this past weekend, teams they've played, they got some good quality wins as well. So as we've gotten better, and we're going to make those adjustments. Our hitters are, you know, we break down, we watch film, and being more prepared as before we were 10 days ago. And then of course it's believing that you can win, believe in that, and really believe in that, and instilling that into them, and then putting that performance on the field. So they'll be prepared for us, but we're getting to work too today, and going to be prepared as well for them.
All right, Coach. Well, like I said, if you couldn't hear it in my voice, you're probably definitely hearing it in yours. It's the excitement for home games on tomorrow afternoon, and we'll talk later about this weekend's affairs in Austin. But good luck, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you. Welcome.